If you're not doing these 5 things, inflation is secretly making you poorer while you're sleeping. The wealthy have figured out how to fight back, and by the end of this video, you'll know their exact strategies. That $20 you have in your wallet today will only buy you $18 worth of stuff next year. Sounds crazy? That's inflation, and it's the silent wealth killer that's making you poorer without you knowing it. Today I'm exposing how this works and giving you the battle plan to fight back. You might think of inflation as a distant economic problem affecting gas prices or the news, but right now, while you're watching this video, inflation is quietly stealing your purchasing power. And the harsh reality is that it's going to continue. Whether you're saving for retirement, a new car, or anything else, inflation is silently eroding your financial goals. If you thought this was a one-time blip, think again. Since 1913, the US dollar has lost over 99% of its value due to inflation. Your $100 today will only be worth $20 in 100 years. So if you want to protect your hard-earned cash, you need to know how inflation works and how to fight back. The shocking truth is that most people are completely unaware that inflation is silently robbing them until it's too late. Average people assume that the money in their bank accounts is safe and will be there when they need it. But when inflation hits, your cash becomes the greatest risk to your financial security. At Wealth Maxing TV, our mission is to expose the hidden financial traps that keep average people poor so you can protect yourself. We don't sugarcoat things here. Let's dive into the brutal facts. Here's the first. Your cash is losing value every single day. If you have $1,000 today, you might think it's safe in the bank. But if inflation is 3%, your $1,000 is actually buying $100 less worth of stuff next year. Yep, you're losing $100 per year without even realizing it. Number 2, the rich use assets as inflation hedges. While you're worried about the erosion of your cash, the wealthy are shifting to assets that go up in value with inflation. From 1913 to 2022, real estate values rose an average of 4% annually, stocks around 10%, and commodities like gold averaged 1.5% annually. Those are solid returns that beat inflation. By comparison, keeping your cash in a regular savings account is basically guaranteed to lose value to inflation. So if you want to protect your wealth, stop keeping huge piles of cash around and put your money to work. Don't let inflation win by default. Here's the third. Your salary isn't keeping up. On average, salaries rise around 3% annually, but that doesn't beat inflation. If inflation is 4%, your raise buys you less each year. Your take-home pay has less purchasing power. That's why everything seems more expensive even though your paycheck went up. This is the hidden tax nobody talks about. While you're focused on income taxes and bills, inflation is quietly eating away at your hard-earned cash. Which leads to number 4. Debt can actually help you. If you have debt like a mortgage or student loans at low interest rates, you can use that debt to your advantage. For example, if you have a 3% mortgage and inflation is 4%, that debt gets easier to pay off each year. Your $100,000 mortgage becomes $96,000 in real terms. Your loan balance is dropping faster thanks to inflation. At the same time, if you have $100,000 invested in property, that asset should appreciate at 6% annually. You reap profiting from inflation on one end, while inflation is making your debt burden smaller on the other. This is counterintuitive, but carrying some low-interest debt can be a good thing. Finally, number 5, investment is your shield. Your best defense to inflation is owning assets that appreciate faster than inflation. Stocks have historically returned around 10% annually, beating inflation over the long term. Real estate investment trusts give you exposure to property without buying houses. Commodities like gold have traditionally hedged against inflation. Key is getting your money working harder than inflation is working against you. So if you want to win the inflation game, here's your action plan. Calculate how much money you have sitting in low-yield savings or checking accounts. Then immediately shift at least 80% of that cash into investments that beat inflation. Yes, I said it, 80%. Don't be scared to start investing. Begin with broad market index funds if you're a beginner. There are plenty of options for all experience levels. Time is the most critical factor. Don't let inflation win more time by delaying. Remember, inflation is guaranteed, but being poor because of it is optional. The wealthy fight back with assets, and now you know how to do the same. Smash that like button if you're fired up to take action. Comment below how much money you currently have sitting in savings earning nothing. No judgment. We're all learning. I'll see you in the next video. Keep wealth maxing.